Welcome to our overview of Fulfillment by Amazon, or FBA, inventory requirements. If you fulfill orders with FBA, you'll manage several processes using tools in Seller Central. You'll also send inventory to Amazon, track and reconcile shipments, remove inventory from Amazon fulfillment centers when necessary, and manage FBA orders. When using FBA, there are certain inventory requirements you must follow. Closely following these requirements can help you ensure a smooth send-to-Amazon workflow, reduce compliance delays, keep product listings active, and maintain good account health. After watching this video, you'll be able to identify and comply with 9 core FBA inventory requirements. These requirements involve product titles, item conditions, packaging and prep, barcodes, shipping labels, shipping and routing, inventory capacity limits, minimum inventory level recommendations, and box content information. You can find the help page for each requirement by searching for FBA inventory requirements in Seller Central. Let's first explore the FBA product title requirements. The product title requirements apply to all worldwide Amazon stores. This ensures that titles are easy to read, capture the essence of products, and accurately promote listings. Titles must not exceed 200 characters, including spaces, not contain promotional phrases such as free shipping or 100% quality guaranteed, not contain characters for decoration, and contain key product identifying information such as hiking boots or umbrella. Failure to comply with these requirements may cause a product to be suppressed from Amazon search results. The second FBA requirement involves item conditions. Customers trust that Amazon sellers will correctly list the quality of their products. Delivering on this trust benefits customers and sellers alike. Therefore, having high-quality control standards is crucial. In order for inventory to be sold as new in the Amazon store, it must arrive at the fulfillment center in brand new, unused condition. Items listed as new will be inspected and marked as unsellable if there are scratches, wear, or other damage beyond what's considered acceptable for a new item. If your item is listed as used, it'll be marked as unsellable only if it's defective, unusable, mislabeled, or missing parts. Note that most carriers assume limited liability for damage or loss in transit, depending on the cause. Keep watching to learn how to pack and prep your inventory to avoid damages during transit. The third requirement involves packaging and prepping. Inventory that's incorrectly prepped and labeled may incur a preparation fee. Amazon may also refuse, return, or repackage your inventory at your expense. Packaging and prep requirements depend on the specific products. Examples include loose products, sold as set products, boxed units, poly-bagged units, and case-packed products. Also, consider acceptable packaging, box dimensions, box weight, and packing materials. It's important that you use a rigid, suitably sized, 6-sided box with its flaps intact. The box must be filled with enough packing material so that it doesn't collapse when heavier boxes are stacked on top of it. All cartons must meet the weight requirement and correct values provided for every shipment. And boxes containing multiple standard size items or oversized items must not exceed 25 inches on any side. Make sure that you're also familiar with FBA product restrictions before sending your products to fulfillment centers. To learn more, search for our video, FBA Product Restrictions Overview, in Seller University. The fourth requirement involves labels printed with product barcodes. Barcodes ensure your FBA inventory can be identified and tracked. Amazon fulfillment centers receive and track numerous items using scannable barcodes as part of a streamlined process. Barcodes also help identify which products are yours, so you'll get credit when they sell. Each item sent to an Amazon fulfillment center requires labeling with either a manufacturer barcode, such as a UPC, EAN, JAN, or ISBN, or an Amazon barcode, such as a FinSKU. A manufacturer barcode is used by default to track eligible inventory through the fulfillment process. If your product isn't eligible for virtual tracking with the manufacturer barcode, then an Amazon barcode is required. A product might be ineligible for virtual tracking if it's restricted, a media product, a consumable product, or a product with an expiration date. If your product doesn't have a manufacturer barcode, you can either print Amazon barcode labels and apply them yourself, or outsource label printing to Amazon for a per-item fee. For more information, search for Use an Amazon barcode to track inventory and FBA label service in Seller Central. Our transparency service creates barcode labels that ensure the authenticity of products sold in the Amazon store. They can help prevent the sale of counterfeit products and protect brand owners, sellers, and customers. Note that this type of barcode doesn't replace the use of manufacturer or Amazon barcodes. To learn more about the transparency program, go to brandservices.amazon.com/transparency. The fifth FBA requirement involves shipment labels. These labels differ from those featuring barcodes. When shipping your products to fulfillment centers, you need only two labels, a shipping label and an FBA box ID label on the outside of your box. This ensures your products arrive safely and quickly. Also, each FBA box label should contain box content information that you provide during the shipment creation workflow. You have the option to send each box using small parcel deliveries or to combine individual boxes on pallets using one of two workflows: less than truckload or LTL and full truckload or FTL. Whichever option you choose, each box and pallet must be properly identified with a unique box ID label and pallet label. If you ship pallets, 4 total pallet labels must be applied to each pallet, with one label at the top center of each side of your shipment. Ensure all labels are scannable and readable. Also, to avoid delays, make sure to put the correct label on the correct box. Verify that the SKU and number of units in each box match the SKU and number of units in the box content information you provide. Note that failure to label your boxes with the required FBA box ID label may prevent future shipments from occurring. The sixth requirement involves FBA shipping. This is essential as it ensures that your inventory is optimized for arrival at a fulfillment center. Different shipments may have additional requirements, so be sure to familiarize yourself with each requirement by searching for Shipping and Routing Requirements in Seller Central. You'll also find the shipment checklist on this topic's help page. Your inventory might be refused at fulfillment centers at your expense. This can happen for reasons involving packages arriving larger than expected, being labeled incorrectly, violating policy, or being in unsellable condition. Additionally, all shipments require an advanced dock appointment made by your carrier. Without a dock appointment, your shipment will be refused. If your shipment is refused at a fulfillment center, your carrier will be informed. Work with your carrier for any shipment that's refused. If you're drop shipping and a distributor is shipping products directly to a fulfillment center, make sure they have the correct Amazon FBA box ID labels for your shipment. You can also grant limited access to others in your seller account to access labels. The seventh requirement involves FBA inventory capacity limits. Capacity limits for each storage and account type are based on volume and measured in cubic feet. Individual sellers have a fixed capacity limit of 15 cubic feet. Professional sellers may not have the capacity limits based on the following criteria: new professional sellers who have been active for less than 39 weeks or without enough sales data to generate an Inventory Performance Index, or IPI, don't have fixed capacity limits. Additionally, professional sellers who maintain an IPI score at or above the required threshold won't be subject to capacity volume limits for standard size, oversize, clothing, and footwear items. Professional sellers with capacity limits will have a minimum of 25 cubic feet for standard size, oversize, clothing, or footwear inventory. Capacity limits apply to 7 storage types: standard size, oversize, apparel, footwear, flammable, aerosol, and extra large. To view your current and potential capacity limits and usage on the Inventory Performance dashboard, start by opening the Seller Central main menu. Hover over Inventory and click Inventory Performance. Note that if you exceed your FBA capacity limit, you won't be able to create a new shipment until your inventory level drops below your limit for that storage type. You can reduce your inventory by selling more of it, having it returned to you, or disposing of it via a removal order. The 8th recommendation involves your minimum inventory levels. Minimum inventory level is a planning metric that can help you plan inventory replenishment. To view your inventory health level, click on Inventory in the main Seller Central menu, then click on FBA Inventory. Then, look for the Inventory Health Status and Recommendation column. From here, you can view the inventory levels for each individual SKU. We assign each SKU to one of 4 inventory level categories. These categories are out of stock, low stock, excess, and healthy. Maintaining healthy inventory levels helps us meet customer demand and offer faster delivery speeds. You can hover over the Details link to preview weekly snapshots of both the recommended minimum inventory level and your actual sellable on-hand inventory for the past 90 days. If you need further information about minimum inventory level, you can view our Minimum Inventory Level Overview help page. The last requirement is providing box content information. Box content information helps speed the receipt of your shipment and makes your inventory available to customers sooner. Without the proper box content information, an FBA manual processing fee and future shipment prevention may incur. For Send to Amazon, provide box content information by creating a packing template. For detailed instructions, search for Send to Amazon Create a Case Pack Template video in Seller University. We've just completed covering 9 core FBA inventory requirements. Failure to comply with these requirements may result in the refusal of inventory at the fulfillment center, disposal or return of inventory, prevention of future shipments, or fees. Learn more about each requirement by searching for FBA inventory requirements in Seller Central. Thank you, and happy selling in the Amazon store.